We're back.
We're back.
Where does that from?
I don't know. I recognize it too.
I recognize it too. What's that from, you guys? Hi, welcome to season 3 of Closet Chaos.
Wow.
What has happened since our last episode? And now, wait, I'm trying to say something. What has happened is I have gotten prettier and you haven't.
Thank you.
And that is a fact now that I see us on the screen. I mean, you're absolutely gorgeous, so you didn't need to get prettier.
But did I decrease or did I just like...
You stayed the same. I just improved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been forever.
I know.
Since we've done this, and I don't know why. I also wanted to focus on my face.
I know. Why is it doing that?
It's being really weird. But it feels like it's been forever. I am so pumped.
When was our last episode? This hour is going to fly by.
I know, I'm upset. I really want it to last. I want to just talk forever. I feel like we have so much to update y'all on.
First of all, how is everybody? Is everybody well?
Yeah,
we missed you so much.
Everything that you're feeling right now.
Yeah, tell us how it's
up.
This time last year, February, is right around the time that we first started hearing little bits and pieces about COVID and coronavirus, and none of us knew what to think. None of us knew what was in store for the year, and it has absolutely sucked.
It has, except for this. So that's
except for Closet Chaos.
We've been able to do this. There have been many Closet Chaos episodes where I've been just like down or whatever and depressed and hate everything, and then I do Closet Chaos and I'm like, at least
it always makes me feel better.
Me feel better.
And Closet Chaos would not have been invented if it wasn't for COVID-19.
Yeah, so thank you. Well,
thank you.
That's just
we will never thank COVID-19. I mean, it sucks, but all of our shows have been canceled, so we were supposed to do more than 80 shows this year. Yep. They've all been rescheduled or canceled. And so we are hoping and praying that as soon as like the spring comes and, everybody who wants the vaccine is getting it so they feel safe to go to concerts, we'll start concerts again.
Yep. God willing. Someone commented and said, Olivia looks 18.
Olivia, you do look 18.
I feel 18. I feel 18. I feel like
Do you feel every bit of 18?
I do. I feel like an adult. I really do. It's crazy.
Well, you actually act a lot older than 18. You always have acted older than your age. Well, except when you were like in first grade and you came home with a note from the school nurse and it said reason for visit to nurse's office, and on the note it said head bumped by locker. And
that locker was being very mean that day.
I know, but I will say that there was a moment where I worried a little bit, like...
How is it my fault that the locker attacked me?
But still, who gets their head bumped by a locker?
It was not a very nice locker. I'll tell you that.
Y'all, Livy turned 18 on January 22nd. We had a nice little dinner party for you here at the house.
Yep. It was so fun.
It was so fun. We're not going to tell you how many people there were because there are some, biatches that would, be like...
No, it was it was just a small birthday dinner.
Yeah, it was so fun. It was very precious, and the best part of it is that we all went around and said, this is what we do on every birthday, and I can't wait for my birthday, because I love people saying what they love about me. But...
Exactly. No, I know, that's the whole point.
Well, because I say enough negative things about myself, so it's a good day to have people say positive things about me. Okay. We all went around the table and said what we love about you, and it was so emotional, and that should make you feel incredible because...
It did, of course. I felt amazing. Everyone was being so sweet. It was a really good birthday, and then I had a few friends come up and stay with me for the weekend.
And show everybody what you did when your friends came up.
Oh, I did get a tattoo again.
Look, can y'all see it?
Only I got a tattoo, but my friends came with me.
Can they see it through the comments?
Yeah.
Okay, see there, you can see it.
It's probably the biggest one that I've gotten.
Definitely the biggest one you've gotten.
Yeah, for sure. It took 40 minutes, but no one else got a tattoo, just me.
Yeah,
but my friends were there to help me.
How many of you think that Olivia is becoming addicted to tattoos? Yes.
I have 3 now. I have this one that y'all have seen before, now I have this one. And I'm already ready for another one. Like, it's really, really bad.
And you have an olive branch on your
And I have
ribcage.
one more, yes. But I am ready for more. It scares me a little bit how obsessed I am with them and how, like, I'm kind of past the pain. Like, it hurts really bad, but after a while, I just forget about it. Like, this one took 40 minutes.
Yeah, it does hurt.
It hurt, for real.
But you're, look how good I'm doing not touching my hair.
I know, wow. You're, like,
sitting on my hands.
On your hands. It's amazing.
Okay, you're a tattoo person, and I think, I don't think that we would have necessarily gotten tattoos if Emma had not come into our lives.
No. I mean, I was planning on it eventually, but not this soon. But once I met her and, like, saw that she has permanent jewelry and it just makes me so happy, I was like, I am so envious of you.
She's not sleeved like Rebecca on 90 Day Fiancé.
She's half sleeved for sure.
She's half sleeved. But... Emma doesn't have, no offense, no, don't take offense to this, okay? If any of you watching are, like, tatted or sleeved, don't take offense at this, because I know it's very popular. This is just a personal...
What are you about to say?
This is a personal preference. I don't necessarily love all the, like, everybody seems to do the same thing, like that wave of, and it's got flowers, and it's colored...
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like a certain style. I agree.
What is that called?
I don't know, but I agree. I like just black and just like thin lines, not too big. Like I just have to have, especially for me, like I would never get like a huge, dragon on my arm.
It has to have meaning.
That too. I think they all have to be really pretty and important. Although I'm really bad about that. Like I'll go in and I still don't know what I want until like the last minute. And I'm like, okay, I changed my mind. Like I wasn't planning on getting this for the longest time and then I just decided
I love the butterfly. I absolutely love it. And as your mom, it's like I should be, I trust your judgment.
Well, I would never get a tattoo that you told me not to. That's true. I would never. You
have impeccable taste.
Thank you.
In your clothes, your hair, your makeup, your jewelry. And that is because of me, because I've taught you so well. Like, I've always been your stylist.
She picked out my school outfits until, like, freshman year.
Yeah.
Like, still, every day I would, like, lay out something. And
well, you and Audrey are, like, having 2 Barbie dolls. Like, it's so fun to dress you. And I was so excited when y'all were born because I'm like, oh my gosh, now I have...
You get to just play dress up all the time.
Yeah, which I kind of did that with Avery, too, but in the cute boy way. Like, I would put...
Oh my gosh.
The cutest, like, rugged clothes on Avery. I never dressed Avery in that smocking, like, southern stuff. No offense, Blakely.
Well, you weren't, like, a part of it, You weren't a part of that yet. And you used to put do-rags on him, or what are they called?
Do-rags. I would put a bandana on Avery's head, and he was so cute. Maybe we can find a picture of it. But I said no offense, Blakely, because Blakely is your old nanny, and she now has 2 precious, beautiful little boys. But I will say she dresses them like girls when they take formal pictures.
No, it's a southern thing. It's
a southern thing, but
all of my friends did it when
the boys and the girls are dressed alike. I don't get it.
I don't know. You need to research that and figure out why.
Well, I think it's fine. It's like if you want to put a baby boy in a long white gown to have him baptized. Sorry, I just want this earring to show because it's cute.
It is cute.
My friend Jana Ailstock sent to me. If you want your baby boy to wear that long white gown and when he's getting baptized, that's one thing. But like after, age 3 weeks, you should get him out of the smocking. I don't love the smocking, but that's just a southern
It's just
thing.
a personal preference. I have to admit that it looks like I have a witch's hat on, by the way. I just noticed that.
I know. Well, you saw, right before we started, there were some black shirts behind me. So I changed them so that you guys could see my hair. Because it was like...
I did it, and it looks
And now
really
you
good.
look like... It does. It looks like a witch's hat.
Guys, I'm not wearing a hat. I was about to say,
But
though...
you need to push that thing down. We have that same cowlick.
It doesn't... Mom,
There.
Once again, how many episodes do I have to do this for you to understand that it looks bad?
I don't want you to do that extreme.
You want it like that.
Yeah, I love that. Look how beautiful that looks.
It just...
You
you
look
think
like-
I can stand that being in my face the whole time?
Wait, you look like the daughter of that, everywhere you look, and she's gonna go to jail because she did the college scam.
What?
You look like her daughter.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I forgot.
Lori Loughlin.
I forgot her daughter's name, though.
It's Olivia. Her daughter's name was Olivia Jane.
Oh! Jade.
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 Yeah, you kind of look like her when you put your hair like that.
Interesting.
Okay, I've got gray nails, which I'm very proud of.
Yeah, well, we both have our nails done for the first time in a while.
I know.
on
We
Club
found a
Chaos.
new nail place.
It's really good.
You guys, I found this shirt. Okay, everyone tell me if you like this shirt. And you better say yes.
I love it.
Okay. I'm obsessed with it. It's from Free People. Free People! Okay, we just went over to Avery and Emma's house and I saw this huge box of Drunk Elephant products that they sent Emma. I'm
She
sorry,
has a deal
I'm
or
way
with
more
them or
famous
something.
than Emma. As much as I love her, I don't get free stuff. Why? No one. No,
you
I
got
don't.
free Kai everything
Kai,
last
yes,
weekend.
I apologize. Kai is incredible.
And there was something else that we used to get.
Yeah, one other thing, right? I mean, why don't I get free stuff? And why does Emma have a box of Drunk Elephant? It's like so
She
expensive.
does things for them. Why is
What?
Olivia blowing up your phone?
What kind of things?
She does videos of using their products. She does. I think so.
I would do that. No one asked me to. Anyway, Free People is my favorite clothing store.
So today we went to a vintage clothing
I'm
shop.
not done. And I discovered these shirts. They're like tight, that kind of material. And I like it because, they do that, which I always feel kind of cool.
I feel cool too when I wear those.
Yeah, I feel cool.
I feel like I'm in a movie.
All Lululemon stuff does that.
Oh, yeah.
But I have one in black and have this one. So I went back and I'm like, I'm going to order 50 more of these things. And
You did.
no, they
What?
discontinued them.
They always do that with you. That's the thing with Mom. Everything that she loves, as soon as she finds it, they discontinue it immediately.
It's almost like they say, Sarah Evans likes
Just
this
bought
product. Get rid of it. Get it the F out of here
Destroy
because
it.
how embarrassing. But those glasses are amazing. We
I
went to a
actually really
vintage
love
store
them.
today. Okay, what's the name of the store we went to?
You had the card.
Is it like Blackjack Vintage
Yeah,
or something like that?
It's in East.
Yeah, I don't have the card on me. Anyway,
I'll go look.
It's in East Nashville. And Libby got her vintage sunglasses. How do we know they're vintage? They look vintage. And I got these.
These are vintage. Those are vintage as well.
Is it
Black Shack vintage?
Black Shack Vintage in East
Shag.
Nashville? It's on what?
Black Shag.
Black Shag Vintage.
It was
Okay,
great. It was
so-
amazing.
We are doing a little 70s
Thing.
costume thing that we'll tell you about it later. So we're looking for 70s stuff when we went to this vintage place, and we found Avery the best pair of pants. Now Avery is a small lad. I mean, he's like
A small
muscular,
lad. But he's a small lad.
but ever since he was born, every doctor's visit, everything, he's always been average size, just 50 right down the middle. So he wears like a size 32 pants. So we found him the best vintage bell-bottom
Bell-bottoms
pants.
for men.
We took them to his house. We got him an amazing shirt too and a belt because, they wore belts in the 70s. And
Oh, yeah.
they were too small. And he ripped them as soon as he tried them on.
No, but I tried a pair of pants on there too. They didn't fit me.
And so did Daddy J.
They were, some of that stuff, we must be a lot bigger than people were in the 70s.
Yeah, we are fatter than they were in the 70s.
In general.
Yeah, because all the sizes from the 70s are
small, small.
Now, I will say when I wear these, I do fiddle with that a lot.
Do you feel claustrophobic?
I feel a little claustrophobic, but I love it.
I know. Wait, I had something to say. Oh, okay, so, we have a bunch of things to talk about.
We made a list.
Because there's
so much has happened.
Update you on.
Yet nothing has happened.
Yeah, I mean, true. Well, so we talked about Christmas. We had a good Christmas. Very normal, fun.
Low key.
What else happened? Nothing happened on Christmas. It snowed on Christmas. Yeah, it was Emma's first white Christmas.
It snowed on Christmas Eve because we were at Matt and KK's.
Yeah, it was so cute.
When we were leaving, it was snowing, and it was just like in a movie. Uncle Matt was like Clark Griswold.
He was.
And he went to the front door, and he was like, "Oh, look, kids!" And it was snowing.
And we all were just like, "Oh my gosh!" And so then
Olivia's been in the studio.
I have been in the studio. I just finished.
Y'all, Olivia's okay. This time next year, I'm stating it right now. This time next year, you're going to be so famous. You're going to have a hit record on the radio.
I hope so. I really do. I just got finished working with a producer on my first album EP project, and
you wrote every song.
I did co-write every song. I wrote 2 songs with Grant Landis, and I wrote the rest of them with Nash Overstreet and Shane Stevens. And Shane has been on this show before, and we love him.
Yeah, Shane was a guest.
We need to have Nash on one time or something.
Yeah, we need to have Nash on.
But we just finished.
Nash was in that band. So
Hot Shell Ray.
Yeah, Hot Shell Ray. And what was their song?
Which one?
Tonight, there's a party going on in the
I'm gonna double check.
Tonight. Anyway, that's who's producing Olivia's EP, and it's absolutely, y'all. Yep. You're gonna die. It is incredible because you know that Olivia's voice is incredible anyway. But
it's a really cool project. I think it's really, really cool. I'm really proud of it.
It's enough pop and commercial that you're gonna just hit it big right away. But then we're gonna hit them with some deep, really sophisticated real tracks. Yeah.
I'm really excited.
I'm so excited for you and for you to start supporting me for a change.
Exactly. That's what this is all about.
What is the first thing you're going to buy me?
Probably... Okay, so if I let's just say hypothetically...
I really want one of those,
a private jet?
No, you can't. You won't be able to afford that yet. I just want a new car, but a cool... one of those vintage, Broncos or...
Oh, I could buy you that. But I want one for myself first.
Twinsies.
And then we'll twin.
Okay.
But yeah, stay tuned for the spring. That's when that's going to happen. New Year's. How was your New Year's? What did you do on New Year's? Anything? I was in Birmingham on New Year's. I had a fun time with my friends. It was boring. Mine was not. Mine was fun. But,
I'm glad because you're 18 and you're supposed to have a happy New Year's.
Jeez.
I, on the other hand, I have no life, and I did absolutely nothing on New Year's Eve.
That was dark. We already talked about my birthday.
What did I do?
You probably just, chilled at home.
Yeah.
Well, every night is New Year's for you, Sarah.
That's true. Someone wants to know, is your voice similar to mine? Yes, but not as good.
Yes and no. I always say, thank you. It's true. I won't deny.
Whatever.
They're just different. I am more R&B.
You do a lot more shit than I do.
You're more classic.
You know.
That's
exactly. And I'm more of a straight singer.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Not
straight laced. Oh, what? I don't really want to talk about that, but
Why?
I don't know.
We need to talk about it.
Y'all,
Let your feelings out.
Okay, I have a real issue with getting older.
Yeah, you passed it on to me. Thank you.
It's not a vanity thing. It's just a death thing.
That is just so rough.
I'm sorry.
No, I understand though. You've passed that on to me, and now it honestly overwhelms my brain.
Well, don't. You're 18.
But that's different. It's not what you can.
Yeah, it's different.
I mean, yes, but I am allowed to feel that way as well. But it's been put in my brain that I should be afraid. I should be afraid.
I didn't do that.
Maybe a little bit, but no, not you.
I talk about death. I never talk about death. I'm just saying, and I'm totally saved. I'm a born again Christian. So are you. And I know that I'm going to heaven when I die. I know that God is real and that I've accepted Jesus Christ as my personal savior. And John 3:16 says that for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, and that all you have to do is believe in him and you'll have everlasting life. You will never perish. So I know that I'm going to heaven. I just am a little unsure about, between death and heaven. And, will I get rerouted?
Whoa! See, that's not even on my mind, but now it is. I'm gonna lay in bed.
Is that anything
you
to
don't
worry
believe in
about?
purgatory?
No, I don't believe. I'm just totally kidding. I know.
I was about to say, are you a Catholic?
No, when I almost died in the plane crash, I'm telling you, I had no fear of death whatsoever. So in that moment, and I knew our plane was catapulting to the earth, I was like, I'm about to meet Jesus, and I wasn't scared at all. So I know for a fact that I'm saved. But at the same time, it's not about death. It's just...
No, it's just... Everyone feels that way.
It's just about my looks. I don't want to get old.
It's fine. You're not getting old. 50 is the new 30. 40 is the new 30 is what I meant to say. 40... Someone already commented it. Okay, they already knew. Someone literally already commented it. Stop. Why else would you... Okay, stop. I didn't...
What is that face that Audrey does?
No,
I can't do it. No. Tell them what happened to you last night.
I was just about to say we need to talk about that as well. So it's just a quick story, but last night my sister Audrey was sleeping in my bed with me in my room.
So
and
precious.
we're having a sleepover.
I love it when you guys sleep together, and I love going in there and tucking you in. Y'all, I still tuck the girls in at night, and I will never stop as long as they're in my home. And even if you come back when you're
when I
40
move out in a year
and you're going to stay the night, I'm going to tuck you in. So just deal with it, and you better tell your husband that I'm going to tuck him in too.
Okay. Snug as a bug in a rug. Well, last night we were sleeping in my room, and I was dead asleep. Everything was good. I was sleeping fine. And all of a sudden, I had a dream that Audrey was screaming at me to get out of the bed because there was a snake in the bed, which snake dreams tell a lot, by the way. Don't Google it. It's scary. But
oh, yeah. That means you're stressed
or like attacked by something. It's just weird. So...
Oh, I know why you had that dream. Hi, Amy. Archiega.
So I was dreaming that. So because I have a history of sleepwalking a little bit, and sleep talking especially, and
every time you sleep with me, you have full-on conversations with me, and I'm just like...
I do that with Audrey, too.
And that's scary. It's scary for the person sleeping
with
you.
I know. I hate it. I feel bad. Mm-hmm. So I, last night, decided to stand up onto the bed and run straight off of the bed, which is about 4 or 5 feet off the ground. Crash land and hit 2 walls. And I landed on the ground, and that woke me up, and I go... What happened? Because all of a sudden I was bleeding on my elbow. I have a giant bruise on my knee. And Audrey goes, Olivia, what are you doing? I was like...
So you literally stood up on your bed, ran off the bed.
Ran straight off the bed. Like full sprint.
And Audrey said that you hit both...
I crashed into both. I landed in the hallway. Mm-hmm. And I crashed into both walls and destroyed my elbow. And I don't know how it happened. I'm still confused and concerned all the same. Like, my subconscious must be going crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you.
That's fine. It was hilarious after we realized what it was. Because at first I just thought, like, oh my god. Audrey thought I was being possessed. She really did.
Yeah, I'm sure you look like the...
Yeah, I was like...
Yeah, what's that movie?
The circle?
Leave your hair like that. I liked it.
Like that? Like how you like it?
No, the Conjuring or whatever.
Yeah.
I freaking hate movies like that. Y'all, that is so evil. I don't think they should make movies like The Conjuring.
No, The Conjuring is not bad because...
Although, when...
Okay. This is a conversation, okay?
I'm sorry.
The Conjuring is not bad because it is, but they use Christianity to save it in the end.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, it's all about these this priest guy.
Oh.
They go in and they perform exorcisms on everything.
Oh, well, that's just so... scary.
Like, well, yeah, it's a horror movie. Of course it's scary.
So, all cults really put a ton of emphasis on people being, haunted by demons no, and that can't happen as long as you're saved. But anyway, the movie, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, holy
I've never seen it. I don't want to.
It is so scary. And then when The Exorcist came out, we rented it, and my parents went on a date, and we tied my sister Leslie to the toy box and made her watch The Exorcist.
What is wrong with you?
It was Jay and Matt's idea. It was my older brother's.
I don't...
And
that's
they
so
went to
traumatizing.
I know. They went to see Jaws, and I didn't even go, but I was so scared just knowing that they went to see the movie. So when they came home, they knew that I was scared. They came in my bedroom, kidnapped me from my bed, threw me in a sleeping bag, and zipped me up in a sleeping bag.
That's why you have claustrophobia.
Yeah, that's why I have so many things.
Obviously.
Thanks, Matt.
God, that's terrifying.
Thanks a lot.
Roll Tide from the national championship.
Yeah, Alabama won the national championship. You know, my stepson Braxton is a quarterback on the team.
Yes.
So, it was fun. Jay and I went to Miami.
They went and watched
to the game. It was really fun.
We didn't get to go to Miami. We just stayed here.
Miami wasn't great though because of COVID.
Oh yeah.
Like we went to South Beach and it was literally like it was depressed. I mean, you know what I mean? It just seemed like a lot of the stuff had shut down and
yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean just the way everything is.
But Roll Tide.
How long are we gonna have to wear masks? How much longer?
Not sure.
Anyone know?
Okay.
Because they smother me.
It's hard to. It's rough.
I should never wear a mask and this turtleneck.
No, you would absolutely be so claustrophobic. Okay, well, besides that, we need to talk about our favorite show.
Oh, you guys.
Right now.
Okay, let's just preface this by saying, I consider myself to be a fairly sophisticated woman. Like, I like deep things. I like to read. Yeah. I like, deep thinkers, intellectual conversation. Like I like Jordan Peterson type stuff.
But
however, we love 90 Day Fiancé.
And it's really hard to admit that to everyone.
Yeah, because it's like, it's the lowest common denominator you can get. It's like
ever. Like I
think of the worst
brain cells watching it.
Yeah, the worst bro country song you can imagine while you're at,
Yeah.
I don't know. I shouldn't say anymore. But anyway, we got introduced to this show because we just ran across this show called 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days. And we were like, what the hell
is the one with Baby Love and... Oh, you probably know them. Rose and
Baby
Ed.
Love.
Yeah, we love them. We love Rose and Ed.
Yeah, Rose and Ed. But now we've discovered 90 Day Fiancé, just the show. And so we just finished, or we watched the most current episode of season 8. So I, right before Closet Chaos, downloaded season 7, and you're going to love it.
Like, we're going in reverse order for some
reason. To go in reverse order because you see it and then you're like, oh, let's go back and watch
It's like the prequel.
Yeah.
It's like the prequel. What else have we been watching? I watched all of Bridgerton, which so did everyone on Earth. So
I watched that movie, Let Him Go, with Kevin Costner and Diane Lane. And it was pretty good. Movies just aren't good anymore. There are no movies of substance. Like, what happened to the days where Hollywood actually made great movies like Still Magnolias and Places in the Heart and Divine Secrets of the Ya-Ya Sisterhood and the John Grisham movies? Like, what happened? What has happened to Hollywood?
I don't know. I mean,
even the music industry too.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like I think people started buying into like, this is what you're supposed to like and this is what you're supposed to watch and listen to, and then it just kind of became like repetition. Like there's nothing new, that's the problem. It's like hard to find new things that are...
Yeah, I hate these remakes and I'm like, come on. And I will say they've moved it to television. Like there are a lot of
television is at a peak within the last 5 years.
Like
it has
Peaky Blinders.
Outlander. I'm depressed because we don't have any Outlander right now. Like, y'all know we were like too obsessed, we still speak like them all the time. Mm-hmm. So like I have been in a bit of a depression because of it, but I'm starting to come out of it. I'm rewatching Mrs. Maisel.
Oh yeah. If you haven't seen The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, it is absolutely thumbs up, incredible.
Oh, we went through it in like a week.
Yellowstone is great. I will say Yellowstone they're a little lazy and sloppy with their dialogue and with the writing. Yeah, the writing isn't great, especially first season.
I still haven't seen it. What
they do is I think I've talked about this before, but they have these short scenes, like a bunch of these choppy short scenes. Maybe it's the editor, but the daughter will come up and stand next to Kevin Costner, who's her daddy, and she'll be like, "Well, Daddy, sometimes those people who you think are your friends ain't." And he'll like take a sip of coffee and go, "Yep." And then she leaves, and that's the end of the scene. And I'm just like,
oh,
yeah.
What?
So season 2 and 3 are better, I will say. But you need to watch Yellowstone.
I'll watch it. I have a lot of shows like that y'all watched a while ago, like Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, Succession.
Succession is my all-time favorite television show ever.
I know. I promise I liked it. I just didn't. I wasn't in the right mindset to watch it at the time. So I need to watch it now. I watched Outer Banks 4 times. I will not deny that.
That's the wrong mindset.
That's I know it bothers. No, because
I'm sorry. That's my friend.
Well, just because it's a teenage show.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah, Charles Esten was on the show recently.
He's fantastic.
And he's fantastic, but
I love Outer Banks. Well, it's because it made my summer. It just made my gave me the vibe of the summer, and it I don't know. It took over my life in a real way.
Well, that's because it's like a teeny bopper thing, and the boys are cute. And Charles Esten is great on it. It's fun watching him be a mean guy.
Yeah, the villain.
So,
what else?
Who died today? Italian. So sad for the passing of our friend today. I don't know. I haven't really been on social media. I'm sorry. I don't know about that. But we have an amazing guest. Okay, y'all. I have known this beautiful, free-spirited, so sweet young woman for 20 years. And we were, sort of getting into the business at the same time. However, she just blew onto the scenes because she wrote and recorded a song called Strawberry Wine. And I sent it to you, so play it a little bit. Is your speaker still hooked up?
Mm-hmm. My speaker works.
Okay, and so this made her a huge star, and it's such a cool song. It's like a classic, iconic song.
Why?
I'm just hoping Olivia will play it.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. Something's wrong.
You need
this momentary.
What's wrong?
Yeah. Why isn't it connected? Something's wrong! Why can't you distract them while I do this? You always just sit here and watch me do it, and then it makes it worse.
So, anyway, and we also had the pleasure of recording a version of Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. And that was so cool. It was like this awesome, female duet. Do you have it on?
Yes.
Okay, what happened to it?
I don't know, something went
Okay,
wrong.
here we go.
He was working through college on my grandpa's farm. I was thirsting for knowledge, and he had a car. Yeah, I was caught somewhere between a woman and a child.
It's like a coming of age song.
Yeah. Summer, we found love growing wild on the banks of the river on a well-beaten path. It's funny how those memories they last like strawberry wine. 17, the hot July moon saw everything. My first taste of love, whoa, bittersweet, a green on the vine, like strawberry wine.
All right, and we have a few accolades to read about her. And I recently ran into her when we were in LA recording Nashville Squares, the remake of Hollywood Squares. And we just had so much fun reminiscing. I think our boys are about the same age. And anyway, read a little bit about Miss Deana Carter.
Her debut album, Did I Shave My Legs for This, broke through in 1996, certified 5 times platinum. And her number 1 singles are Strawberry Wine, We Danced Away, and How Do I Get There. Sorry, it's like different writing. You want to read that part?
Wait.
Like, I don't know, I didn't read that part, but I read those parts.
Drenched in sun-kissed natural beauty both inside and out, Deana Carter didn't take a seemingly easy route to stardom, but instead chose to defy the conventional expectations of the typical Nashville artist blueprint and make her own mark. And she did, undeniably taking the industry and fans by storm with her wildly successful multi-platinum international debut, Did I Shave My Legs for This? More than a decade ago, anchored by the dreamy super hit Strawberry Wine, Carter showcased her own blend of country and retro rock sprinkled with folksy singer-songwriter qualities that have garnered Deana Carter well-deserved respect and wild acclaim. And she has been so gracious and sweet to agree to come on our show tonight. So, Livy, go for it.
She did.
It's better if you get close. There we go. I'm scared. Livy, you're about to meet an icon.
I know. I can't believe it. I always get nervous before.
Hello. Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
What's
going on? Let me tilt the thing up. Look who. Oh, whoopsie.
I know.
Girls, that was very sweet. Look who's here.
Hello. Hi. You are like the best son ever. Avery,
my brother would have never done that.
Ever. How old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay, you and Odd. Okay, so he and my youngest are the same age.
Yes. Because I
Um,
knew we were pregnant at the same time. Well, he was
Yeah.
born in September of 04.
yes. And I'm sorry, what's your name again?
My name's Hayes.
Hayes.
Hey, it's great to see you. I mean, I haven't seen you since you were a baby. Great.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's taller than me, and he's, the girls love him. We live in Florida now.
Yes.
if you
How
knew
is that?
It's awesome. We're down here near where everybody comes. We're actually not far from you now. Like Great 30A in that area where everybody comes to visit. It's
Are
very.
you close to the Red Bar?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where his friends work. He's at the Red Bar more than I am. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fair.
That's so unfair. I'm so jealous.
Well, I had to get him to say hello because you were so sweet to mention him.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you
yeah,
so
thank you.
much. You're welcome to stay the whole time.
I-
My son at 16 would have never done that. I mean, Avery's a sweet, but like everything just,
Yeah.
he didn't want, I don't know. You're just cool, Hayes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're there.
And we need to introduce you and Audrey because y'all are the same age. So you like hang and do whatever, 16-year-olds do. Audrey needs friends because, we moved up back to Nashville and she had to leave all of her friends. So when we come to 30A next time, which will be very soon, we have to get together.
Yes,
Yeah.
you have to let me know because I would love. I'm so happy to be back in the South, and I want to see you. I want to see everybody.
Yes.
So
We'll go to
please.
the Red Bar.
Yeah, it's like a couple of miles away. It's perfect.
Amazing.
So Deana, we've had so many comments. People are so excited that you're on tonight because everybody wants to know where the hell are you, which we know now you're at 30A, and also, what have you been up to? And also, you look stunning.
Yeah,
I hate you so
seriously.
much.
I love the video clip that you put on your post to, promote all this because it was so, we don't get to keep all that stuff. It's like, I don't know about you, but I have beta. I mean, that's how long we've been doing this. And so I had to have my reels like redone and redone and redone. And there are so many clips that I don't see. And I remember that so vividly, how much fun that was.
Mm-hmm.
And singing with you, our voices sounded cool.
Oh,
So
cool.
So good.
It was so cool.
I always thought of you as, like, stay, Hayes.
Probably to go.
We can ask you some questions about your mom. Well, we'll do
Oh.
that while you're still here. What
Yeah.
kind of a mom is Deana? Is she strict or? Easy going.
Cool.
Um,
I'm gonna go over here.
She's cool.
I can
So,
only
I
imagine.
can imagine as well.
That is not what you told me the other day.
She's a little strict.
Really?
Not really. Kind
I
of.
let him do what he wants, but I'm like the inquisitor. Like I'm going, oh, well, who was there? And when did you leave? And, but, because I give him a lot of freedom.
Right.
And it's just different when all of his friends are driving and they'll go crash at each other's houses and stuff. We're under construction. I've got all kinds of, his room's getting done. The whole house is under construction. So he's kind of like, I'm out,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
she's
so-
not like that. No.
Oh,
Well, frankly,
Well, no. I'll tell her. I'll just be like, hey, I'm going with this person. We're going here. And then, like, right when I get back the next day after spending the night out, then she'd be like, wait, who were you with? Where were you?
Yeah.
most of the time I'm like,
What
oh,
were you doing?
most of the time I'm like, oh, you were gone.
Or you'll just be like, who's that? And I'm like, you have met them 3 times. 3 times.
yes,
I just really don't care what she's doing.
Exactly. Well,
I,
doesn't matter
I have
anymore.
my own life.
well, I'm like, I want to be in on all of it, which is creepy, but I'm still his mother. So I'm like, I want to have the experience and I want him to enjoy, we moved, all of his friends were in LA, same thing. He left everybody behind and came here and didn't know anybody at this school year.
Mhm.
And man, it was hard, but he met the greatest kids and now they all hang out and they love him.
That's
Well,
awesome.
We've got good friends.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. I mean,
Sounds easier than our experience.
Yeah,
Oh,
you must
yeah.
be cooler
Yeah,
than
it's
Libby and
better.
Audrey.
You must
No.
be way cooler.
You made more friends, but they don't go to school. They're on online
True.
school, so
Right.
they not because of COVID, but just they've always traveled with me. So
Yeah.
they started online school a couple years ago, but but I can see that you could easily make friends. Now, do you play sports? What do you do? Are you a musician?
no, ma'am. I just hang out with friends.
He
Pretty
plays
much.
piano. He does play piano in his
Yeah.
room, and they run around. He tried football early on, but in the Florida heat, like that was really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very intense coming from California to Florida for football in July. That was like,
Oh my God,
wow.
the humidity.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But,
Yeah.
but
How
he's
long
cool.
have y'all been in Florida?
Since March.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did we see each other in LA? You were getting ready to go then.
Yes, because I did a movie. I did the series for the country Christmas movies, and I think it was either going to Canada or had been in Canada. Actually, I think I was going because I barely got out. There was like 8 hours left, and they were shutting the border for COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and that was in March, like 9th or 10th. So I think I saw you right before that.
Yeah.
It was right before that. It was so fun.
It was so much fun. And
It
it was like we were
was.
saying earlier, it was right before COVID and before the whole world changed. We had no idea what was about to happen, but
Yeah.
God, I'm praying for it. I mean, y'all are in Florida at least where everything's open, so that's good.
Yeah, they rotated some kids out of his school last week with, they've been just mindful of making sure everybody's good and getting tested and all that. So, but yeah, we're open, masks are encouraged, but they're optional. And
Right.
So I don't know. I'm ready to get on with life. We've got gigs coming in and with safety precautions like you, I'm sure, are coming in. I'm just so ready. The one thing I
Yes.
love hearing what you said about your Christian walk and all that, because I do my TGIFs on Friday and we go to the Bible and look up, what does God say about what we're going through.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just important that we respect what we need to do, but also have faith and,
Yeah.
honor each other and do the right thing. And we've
Yeah.
all been gifted in ways. We got jobs to do. Like life needs to keep going, and we got to figure out how to truck on out there and keep it going without, it
Shutting
being
the
bad.
world down.
Yeah, we
I
can't
just
live like
got on an airplane the other day and flew to Naples with a friend of mine, and when I walked on the plane, I was just like, this airplane is full of people. Everyone's wearing masks, but they're literally right next to each other.
right.
And it just made me so frustrated because I'm like, we can do that at concerts. We can
Oh yeah.
separate people the same amount that they're separated on an airplane.
Yeah.
Put a mask on them. And I just think that would be so great for everybody's psyche right now and everybody's mood. Like, people miss live music, and then also the jobs, you know, that need to return for all of these band members and crew members and us.
Live music is an essential business.
Right. It is.
I always said that, you know, we had to be that cautionary anyway, because we're traveling and you can't get sick. Like, you cannot miss a show.
Right.
So we always had hand sanitizer, and, you know, you're a little more mindful. I always carried the Listerine, and I'm gargling all the time, like, just to try to keep the germs down.
Yeah.
So we're a little prepped for it, but I'm ready to get back to it. I'm ready to ready. Like, you also toured so much that it was like nice to have a regular, well, it wasn't regular, but you know what I mean, just being home. Mm-hmm. I hadn't been that way in like 30 years.
I don't know who I am if I'm not on stage. Like I said, we do about 80 shows a year, and to go from that to nothing, I mean, actually last week I sort of entered into a little bit of a depression, because I'm like, enough is enough. I mean, we've got to figure this out.
Yes.
But so tell me about you and tell me about you musically. What do you got going on, and when can we write a song together?
Oh, I'm gonna go finish some work, but it's nice talking to you.
Bye, Hayes.
Bye.
Nice to meet you. That's a cool
my
name.
Goodness, I would love it. I would love that. This is the 25th anniversary of Shave, my first record. It's the 25th year this year.
Oh my God.
That's impossible.
I know, it is crazy that looking at that footage that you had up, I was just like, God, I was skinny.
Yeah.
I was young and skinny. Where are those days?
You are skinny. I just saw you in person. Are you kidding?
Oh my gosh.
You're so skinny. But yeah, that's all I think about and care about and talk about. Ask Olivia. It drives her insane. But it's easy for you to say, because she's
I know.
This is big. You're what I used to be.
I mean,
and gorgeous. You're both gorgeous. So
are you.
I love
I've
it.
always thought of you, and I'm sure people have told you this, but it was kind of cool because you came out around the same time as Sheryl Crow, who I'm also friends with, but you were like the country version, and she was, you know, the rock version. Although now, you know, none of that. It's all the same. But I've always loved. And didn't you go barefoot a lot?
I did initially, because I was like new and nervous, and I'd just go take my shoes off, and that would calm me down. You know, humility is key when you are nervous. Like, just be real, you know, like, just ground yourself and be real, and like feeling the stage. That's why I had all the rugs everywhere, and I was doing all that to calm myself, and the lava lamps and incense and all the stuff that country hadn't really seen before. It was the hippy dippy thing. Yeah. And it was because I wanted to just feel like who I, you know, not fit into the status quo. And it rocked the boat a little bit. My brother and I were talking about that recently. Just if I could do it again, I probably wouldn't have been as stiff-necked about some things, but I don't know that it would have happened the way it should have if I wasn't, you know, like, you have to know your heart. And I mean, my dad always said, be authentically you. You have to be you. And then there's always a spot if we're all shining in our gifting or whatever it is, and not trying to be like other people, you know?
Right. So, I think that's the most important thing in life, is to be real and be authentic, and not be afraid to show people your good and your bad. Like, I've always been so open kind of to a fault, where, like, you know, my husband is sometimes like, I mean, you don't really have to share everything with everyone and tell everybody, you know, but that's just,
I know.
That's what makes me feel comfortable, like you. It makes me feel grounded, and, you know, the quicker that someone gets to know me, the better. The real me.
There were times on stage where I would have like total diarrhea of the mouth. I would have the microphone and just say, so I was dating this, because I worked at a comedy club at Zany's in Nashville. I worked for
We're, like,
years.
right down.
Yeah.
We're right
Yeah.
down the street from Zany's.
And I worked there for a long time, and I learned more about stage presence from those comedians than anyone, because they had no instrument. They had no, like, they would walk out there and I'm slinging cocktails and food and stuff, and I was just watching them. When they would bomb, they would milk that pregnant pause, and then they would say something. Then they would make themselves like the butt of the joke, whatever. It was just such an education of stage etiquette and how to, if you always try to humble yourself, which is like the, mantra of biblical teaching, is humble yourself enough to be the butt of the joke or whatever. But I would get the microphone and be like, so I was dating this guy, and, I would just like, because I was nervous, and I would tell all this stuff on stage, and people were just, the band was dying laughing or horrified, or my mom's in the audience, and I was like, oh my God. Because if I had a microphone, it was going to just pour out of me all the
That's how I am on
stuff.
It is.
I kind of like to call myself a singer/comedian.
Yeah.
On stage, especially the smaller, intimate, like theater shows, when you can really talk to the crowd. And you're right. The best way to do that is to make yourself the butt of the joke, make fun of yourself. And it really opens people up to you. It opens their hearts to you.
Yes.
Because they're like, because don't you find that when people meet you for the first time, I feel like they're always weird. Like, they change and they're weird because they're not sure if I, as a celebrity, am going to be weird. And the sooner that I can let them know, hey, I'm just a farm girl from Missouri. I grew up with nothing. I worked my ass off to get to where I am. And I'm, just because I've made money or had success, I am the same farm girl, just, with better earrings. And as soon as they realize that, then they will be normal.
It's absolutely true. And it's so important, to have experiences as a young person. And I think that's where Hayes and I kind of not clash, but it's just, we had to have every kind of job. My parents had the best kind of tough love. Like, they'd say, the world is your oyster. You just got to go shuck it or whatever. You got to figure out how to make it happen. You can do it. If they can do it, just go figure out how. And it used to frustrate me so bad, because as a young person who has all these hopes and dreams, the figuring it out was just the mountain that you feel like, wait. And so then every odd job I had, and temp service, and went to college, and, all these experiences is what is the culmination to get you to relate to all those people that now you sing to and with. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I would not trade that hard, and it was a hard road. I'm not complaining, but it was literally like 3 jobs at once to pay the bills and the student loans, and,
Now, not to interrupt you, because they will cut us off in 6 minutes. I want to know, I don't even know that I know this story that well. Tell everybody how you got discovered. Like, where are you from? All of that.
Oh my goodness. So I'm born and raised in Nashville. Like, born at Baptist.
Are you a member
Hospital.
of the Carter family?
I don't know. We're doing the research right now. We're trying to connect all those dots, because we all like have the look alike, and they look just like my family. So we're looking into it. Born and raised in Nashville. Went to UT. I know Bama and UT. I got trampled by the Bama goalpost in, like, whenever my first year of college, because we won prayer. And I went to college there, and then just started doing writers shows and all that, Douglas Corner and 12th and Porter and all. And then Bowen, I got signed at Polygram first through Ken Levitan heard about me, because I worked with Jay Joyce in the early 90s. He was in a band with me, like,
wow,
working on music, and I've known him forever. I think this is, what is this? This would be 30 years this year. That's crazy.
Crazy.
And so from there, Jimmy Bowen heard my songs and signed me to Capitol to a development deal.
Okay.
And it took forever. So forever and ever to get the final edition of what we have now. But again, long in the tooth, worth every step.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Have to be patient and walk through it. It's
And then
so.
Strawberry Wine was your first single ever?
Yes, my very first record was Shave and my first single. So it was a blessing. I mean, we had actually come out with I've Loved Enough to Know first and had the video done. And we were out at radio promoting it, and the phones were lighting up because I'd play a few songs on my guitar. And everybody was calling, going, we like the other song better. And so they turned it around quickly and put Strawberry Wine out first.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And it still took 16 weeks for it to chart. Like,
What?
Like,
Oh my God, because I had not, I didn't have my record deal yet when Strawberry Wine. So because I remember the house I lived in East Nashville, listening to that and just like totally loving it. And just, you know, I remember the first time I met you and I thought you were, I mean, you know, you were such a huge star, but you were so blessed to have that first hit do what it did, because Strawberry Wine, literally everybody knows that song. When I was telling Livy about you today, I'm like, you know that song, Strawberry Wine? She was like, oh yeah, totally. So that is such a blessing and very hard to do, is to just
thank you.
hit it.
Oh,
Go.
listen, that song, and I took that song in Matresa Berg and Gary Harrison wrote that song, and then I took it into the label because they wanted me to write out or sing outside stuff, and I just wasn't going to do it. You know, as a writer, you're like, no,
Yeah.
this is my chance or whatever. And I said, if I'm going to sing outside stuff, I'm going to bring in what is true to me. So I heard from Matresa, Strawberry Wine, and We Dance Anyway on the same day, and took those into the label and said, these are the two if I'm doing outside music. And there was a little struggle, and then it happened. And they tried to take the bridge out initially because it was long.
Song.
It was long, and it was very different, and it was just like, but they ended up just making it happen. They're the ones that Capitol made that record happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just so
And you
thankful.
made that record happen, though, honestly, because I guess I forgot that Matresa wrote that. I always thought you wrote it.
I
And
wish.
You sound, you sound so authentic on that song. Like, it is, so your instincts with that were just so spot. I mean, that was a God thing.
Well,
Like,
that literally was my life. Like, that I had a boyfriend for like 8 years, you know, high school, college, the whole thing. It was the exact story of my life. And I couldn't believe it. And I think just the authenticity of connecting with it, every time I sing it to this day, I still feel that. And I know that's how everybody else relates to it, you know?
Yeah.
It's so well penned, and it just summed up my life like perfect.
Yeah. Do you have it queued up to play?
I do.
I mean, it's 8:29. I can't believe it. The Instagram only lets you go live for 1 hour and they cut you off. So I love you.
I love you
so much for being on.
So
we need
nice
to have
to
you
finally
back.
meet you.
Thank
Talk more.
you.
Yes.
Hayes is
Thanks.
gorgeous. So
Oh,
I'm
thank
going to introduce
you.
him to Audrey.
Well, let's get together when you come. And I remember, Sarah, before you came out, I remember everybody talking about you and talking you up, and you've just done so well. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
We got to stay connected. Thank you.
We
so
do.
much.
We'll be at the beach soon.
Women
Yay!
Power.
Come on out.
We love you, Deana.
Bye.
Thank you
I
so
love
much.
you so
You're
much.
absolutely gorgeous.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
Oh, high five.
where's
Oh,
the
group
group
hug.
hug?
Group hug. Sorry. Play the song.
Oh, it's so cute.
Now, fast forward a little. Yeah.